Hey guys, we're back. We're continuing what we've already recorded with our source. We went on after the last question and asked a question from UFOguyspaceman. So we're going to show you that video now. Okay, let's move over to another multi-question viewer. This is from UFOguyspaceman. Do you want all the questions up front again?
Read them all, then we'll decide how best to answer them.
Okay. Why are human anatomical changes occurring? How many realities are merging? Why do some people perceive a flat Earth and others perceive a globe? What was the extinction level event that initiated the first shift? How many possible timelines can we experience? Does God exist in this false reality? Are angels real? What is matter and how does it pervade other matter? How many dimensions are known to exist in this reality? Will the spirit body exist after the corporeal body ceases to exist? What is affecting our perception of time to change? How many of us existed before the first shift and how many exist within this construct now? Can he give the winning lottery numbers for a specific date? How can we help to fix this problem?
That's a lot of questions.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with the easy ones. Anatomical changes in flat Earth. There are no anatomical changes occurring to my knowledge that have any relation to us. Any changes in human anatomy are either evolutionary or are not changes at all but misinformation.
And the flat Earth?
The Earth is a globe. The reason someone might perceive otherwise is not clear, but it has nothing to do with us.
So far you're just saying there's nothing to see here.
You have to understand that there is a lot of information being put out there. A lot. Not all of it is accurate. In fact, from what I've seen, most of it is inaccurate. If you want to know the truth, you need to be discerning enough to see the difference.
Okay. What about God and angels? Do they exist?
This is a question of definitions. It really depends on how you define God. The one true source, as we've already discussed, has and always will exist in every reality. Really, there is only one reality, but you experience it in different contexts on your journey to be reunited with the one true source.
So the basic answer is yes?
Yes. Yes, God exists. But for many people, it is not the God they believe in.
What do you mean?
God cannot be comprehended by the human mind. A God that could be understood would not be a God. The one true source is far more vast and glorious and mysterious than you are capable of comprehending.
Do you comprehend it?
None of us will truly comprehend until we are reunited with the source.
And angels?
Again, a question of definitions, but yes. In essence, angels exist and some walk among you.
Are you an angel?
No, not in the traditional sense. I am a messenger. Some customs define angels as messengers, but I do not see myself as an angel. I am one of many, and I have been given this task only temporarily. When my time is over, I will return to my own, and you won't see me again.
When will that be?
I've not been told when, but the time is short. Next question.
Let's see. How many realities are merging?
There are no realities merging. You experienced separate realities as you progress towards reunification with the Source. Some remnants of those other realities may remain in your consciousness, but the realities never merge. There are really only one reality, as I've said, but you experience them as separate.
Okay. What was the extinction level event that initiated the first shift?
It wasn't a specific event. It was a path towards extinction. It's a little hard to explain, but think of it like a teenager who starts down a negative path. You know she's headed towards destruction, but you do not know what the ultimate catastrophe will be.
So, do you see us like rebellious teenagers, if I may extend the metaphor?
Not at all. As I've said before, we see you as brothers and sisters. We are all one. We have just been segmented for a time. But in the end, we will be reunited as one in the source.
Okay. Let's see. What is matter, and how does matter pervade other matter?
There is no pervading because there is no matter. In essence, only energy exists. Matter is condensed energy. I think you already know this.
Well, I think people suspect that to be true, yes.
But this is a perception. Energy also does not exist. I cannot tell you more than that, because it would step outside the bounds of what I know I'm allowed to tell you. But I can tell you that there is no matter and there is no energy. Neither of those things exist. In essence, they both exist in your perception because you can measure them, but in reality, they do not. You may be able to work out what does exist, but I cannot tell you directly.
Okay, that seems a little like dodging the question.
I told you before, there are some things I'm not allowed to reveal.
Okay. Next question. How many dimensions are known to exist in this reality?
If your viewer wants to know the answer to this specific question, I would refer him or her to the current scientific literature. This is a very interesting question, and it is one we are still working out.
You're saying you don't know how many dimensions exist?
We do not know for sure, but from what I've been told, remember my area of speciality is not science. From what I have been told, it is currently theorized that there are an infinite number of dimensions.
Infinite?
Yes, but again, we are still working this out. This may not be correct.
Okay. Oh, I missed this one up here. How many possible timelines can we experience?
That is difficult to say. In theory, you could experience an infinite number of timelines. But since we must all reunite with the one true source, there must be a limit. But I do not know what that limit is.
Okay. And it seems like you've already answered the question about the spirit body continuing to exist after the corporeal body ceases to exist.
How so?
Well, I mean, if we're all supposed to reunite with the one true source...
Very good.
Thanks. I mean, it was kind of obvious. What is causing our perception of time to change?
Your perception of history and timelines are being manipulated rather than changed. As I've already stated with the questions from Happy Mornings, I cannot tell you more than that.
Because you're not allowed?
Correct. There is a hard limit on what I'm allowed to reveal, and some subjects are more limited than others. The area of how your perceptions are manipulated is an area without much freedom. But if you ask the right questions, you may be able to work it out.
Okay. How many of us existed before the first shift, and how many of us exist within this construct now?
For the first time in human history, enough of you existed to create a change to the physical universe by the altering of your perceptions. As of now, that is still the case. Don't think about the numbers, just consider the ramifications of that.
I don't know if that answers the question.
It wasn't intended to. It was intended to point you in the right direction. I may have overstepped my bounds with that answer. Just take it and move on.
Okay. This next one is about winning lotto numbers.
That's not how this works. Anything else?
Yeah. One more. How can we help fix this problem?
This is so far the best question I've been asked since contacting you. Think for yourself. Look at the media in all its forms with a critical eye. Question what you are taught, and especially what you are taught to want and desire. Question why you value what you value. Whose priorities are you serving? How do you decide to spend your time, your energy, your money, and your thoughts? Why do you decide to spend them that way? Is it because you decide to, or because you were manipulated in some way to believe that this is the way that you should spend them? And this is very important. Choose to love rather than to hate.
Okay, so Danny, I don't know what you think, and I don't know what UFOguyspaceman thinks, but those were some interesting answers. I think particularly the last answer you gave us.
Yeah, it's a lot to swallow at the moment as far as information, but I think it's really up to the perception of the viewer, the listener, to gather and research what they can from these answers.
Right. We did ask some more of the viewer questions, and we're going to play those in another episode. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, please drop them in the comments below.